Hey Internet, I'm Chaz.
And I'm Dan, and welcome to Wine is Serious Business.
Episode 22, and we are doing Montana wines today.
Yeah.
Very obscure shit. We've got some varietals here that we don't know at all. A cherry wine is the first one. Then an actual Pinot Noir from Montana.
Yep, 100% Montana fruit.
Pretty crazy. A red wine that is a bunch of obscure varietals that are not on the map at all, and then finally a huckleberry mountain wine, or made with huckleberries. All right, straight up huckleberries.
Yeah, it's a white blend with some huckleberry fruit in it. We'll talk a little bit more as we get into them, but we want to try and explore some interesting wine from around the country. Yeah, we'll just get into wine number one, and we'll be exploring some other states as we keep going. Yeah. What is it?
So this is the 10 spoon flathead cherry wine. So it's a dry cherry wine, not sweet. So
which is kind of cool. A lot of other fruit wines are very frequently made in a fruity style. Dry, of course, means that they ferment all or most of the sugar out of it. Right?
13.5%, and it's made near Flathead Lake, Montana. And so it's an orchard right near the lake. We know a little bit about it, but right on Flathead Lake, they had good cherries, and they decided to make wine out of it. So. At least that's what we were told by our expert in the field. That's
got a couple friends that are drinking with us tonight. You want to wave hello, guys? All right.
Wave.
Not officially on camera, but here we go.
Kind of muted nose. I don't know.
Kind of meaty.
Yeah, you would never guess this is cherries.
No,
by
not
the
at all.
nose. This is.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of like beef jerky. Maybe a little bit of cherry scent, but it's not not
less cherry. It's almost like grape skin scent or something. I don't even. I don't know. I wouldn't pick this out as cherries right off the bat at all.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. And to be fair, one of our colleagues back here planted the seed in my mind. He said ham earlier, and I'm totally getting ham all over this.
Yeah, Christmas ham. For sure.
Let's see how it tastes.
Yeah. Can't say that I can pick up much fruit flavors. That's kind of the crazy thing.
And I get a little dirty edge right on the sides right away.
Okay, there's the cherry fruit. There's the cherry fruit.
And dark cherry. I'm getting like the dark red cherries.
Yeah, and pretty clean and tasty cherries too. I mean,
and it definitely delivers on the dry, right? I mean, there's no sweetness going on at all. You get some fruit flavors.
Ends really cleanly.
Some leathery structure, actually. Yeah. I mean, the finish turns on.
It's definitely a little funky, and the palate is light because it just doesn't have some of the body that you would expect in like a dry red wine. But
I'm getting
it's delicious.
I'm getting like a rotten leaves on there too. It reminds me a little bit of some like Pinot Noir, like some Burgundy or some of the stinky Oregon Pinot stuff. Kind of later on the mid palate. Do you get any of that?
I get the rotten leaves, but not so much the funk that I attribute to like a Pinot Noir or Burgundy. But yeah, the cherries resolve quite nicely into the finish. I mean, it's not bad wine. It definitely doesn't jump out at me as being that good, though.
No, now that I'm thinking about it, some rotten leaves, DBP. Maybe you should check out some cherry wine. This might be right up your alley.
I bet he'd love the shit out of this.
All right, mead, not so much. 79 points, which is kind of weird to say because it flows all right, but I'm not getting any flavors beyond that I'm excited about. I'm not getting any flavors that I'm really happy to be drinking. I could drink it. It doesn't. It's not a big deal, but I'm not really enjoying it.
I feel a little bit better about it. I'll go like 82 points on it because it does what it does. It does well, and it's a little awkward in places. It's a little hollow in places, but it's got some really nice cherry fruit. The rotten leaves are definitely there, but it ends cleanly. It's not like funky like I'm going like I've got some sort of problem with it. It's tasty stuff, and I would drink the bottle.
Yeah, we're not going to be throwing it down the sink, so there is that. Wine number 2, I'm really excited about. So Mission Mountain Winery Pinot Noir 2003. Why don't you tell them about 2003 in Oregon?
2003 was a very hot year. Granted, I wasn't drinking wine so much. I didn't get much of the '03 vintage before. I mean, I started drinking the '04 vintage.
Okay.
And it was a very hot year. I've had some '03s recently that have pretty much completely resolved and turned in on themselves. Like they're not good anymore.
It was super hot, and it was on the heels of '02, which was a wonderful year in a lot of people's opinions. So for me, like I started in '02. '03 was a big disappointment. It was really hot, a lot of harsher wines. Certainly some people did good things. I made this remark when I was out visiting the winery in Montana, that '03 was pretty hot in Oregon. He said back, he's like, yeah, which means the temperatures were really, really good for Pinot Noir here in the Flathead Valley, which had me really excited to pick this bottle up. And it's cool that they've got some 2003 wine, some library wines available at the winery. So, let's see what it smells like.
I'm going to be drunk by the end of this show.
Me too.
Wine is for drinking.
Wine, I guess, is for drinking. All right. Like rotten cherries. Right off the bat, old cherries that have been sitting out on the wood shelves at a crappy supermarket.
Yeah, a little bit of oak there.
Yeah,
a little bit of oak.
A little bit of wood.
Yeah, man, that's
kind of nappy, but kind of cool at the same time.
Well, the cherry thing's kind of surprised me, because going from the cherry wine where we had a hard time picking up that much fruit on the nose, like this probably smells more like I expected that would.
Right. Absolutely, actually, yeah. But the oak is coming across a bit strong, but it does attribute a vanilla aspect to the rest of the flavors. That is okay.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, not bad. Strong fruit in the nose, though.
Really light all the way across.
And delicate on the palate.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's not bad at all.
Again, it's got like a unique kind of funk to it, right? It's like nothing I've ever experienced before, but it is like this tangy, and I can't say directly like tannic or acidic or anything like that. There's this kind of, boy, metallic almost, kind of like metallic tang on there.
I don't even know what to attribute that sort of flavor to.
Yeah, and not like coppery like you get out of a lot of older wines either.
Is it candied at all? Like what? I don't even.
Not to me. How would you go with candy? Where do you get the candy?
Like Jolly Rancher sort of cherry.
Wow.
Like where not no sugar, but that sort of, there's a tang on Jolly Ranchers. I eat enough of them that it's a little synthetic. Laughing at me, Jesus Christ.
Well, we'll go with it. Yeah, I guess I'm not as familiar with the Jolly Rancher candy, but finishes pretty short. It doesn't run out too long. The flavors are just right there, but well put together. And I'm going to go with interesting more than necessarily good. I like it better. I like it better than the cherry wine. And there's some more evident fruit that makes it a little more enjoyable to drink. I'm gonna go 82 points here.
You would probably call this out as a Pinot Noir blind tasting as well.
I'd like to think I
easily.
would. I'd like to think I would.
I would like to think I would as well.
Yeah. And I'd say if you're curious about trying wines from other places in the country, definitely check this out, because this is a character I've never experienced before. This funk that I'm talking about, I haven't experienced it anywhere else before. So.
And it's not disgusting.
Maybe that's terroir. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's Montana.
I've had crappy Pinot Noir that's just crappy. And this isn't that. Like, this is definitely, they're trying for quality. It's delicious. I don't have problems with it. It's 84-point wine to me. 85-point wine. So generous.
Showing a little bit of love. All right.
What'd you say?
82.
82? All right. 85 points.
She has like crap.
I do like crap.
Back to 10 Spoon for wine number 3. This is their 2008 Range Rider Montana Red Blend. A lot of interesting varietals in this. Included in it are Frontenac and St. Croix, which I'm from Minnesota originally, and these are two grapes that are grown there. What are the other ones?
Leon Malo and Marcal Faux.
All right.
Foch.
Wow. FOCH.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that.
Four varietals that make no sense.
So these are all pretty new to me. I've had Frontenac and St. Croix before, but by no means what an extensive experience or really developed palate on it.